This is it then, the start of my Football Manager 2024 main series. I've been waiting for absolutely years to see my hometown, South Shields, officially in the game. This is the beginning of what's going to be a very long journey. So strap in tight, folks, because this is non-league to Champions League. Road to glory, South Shields. Roll the intro. Okay, so a little bit of housekeeping before we get into the series proper. I'm Joe if you are new around here, or Captain Goodspeed, and make sure you do click that subscribe button for daily Football Manager videos. It would be absolutely incredible if we could hit 100 likes on this first part. I really want this series to go well, and I am coming in my wonderful costume, which is the best I could do, Sandancer South Shields, because I looked on the club website, wanted to buy the actual football shirt, but they're not doing it in bigger sizes at the moment, or at least it's out of stock. So if anyone from South Shields Football Club want to send me a South Shields top in 3XL, that would be fantastic, because I would love to be wearing it in these videos. But yeah, cannot wait to get into it. We are going to try, after the first season, to pick a player as well that we're going to try and take all the way through the leagues to the Champions League and keep them in the match day squad, keep them in that sort of thing, and give them at least an appearance a season. I'm not unrealistic in the fact that I think anybody that is in the current South Shields team will take us all of the way, but they might do, and you guys are going to help me out with that one. So let me know down in the comment section to this video anyone that you take the fancy to today, and we will keep them in mind throughout Season 1. And at the end of Season 1, we will decide who is going to be our player, who's going to be the one that goes all the way from the Vanarama National League North all the way up to the Premier League and Champions League. So I think we've rambled on a little bit much now, so let's get ourselves into the game world. And here we are with my wonderful manager, correct with his orange tie to, look at Football Manager's theming this year. He's got his hands behind his back now, and I don't think it's too bad a player face this year. Lovely brown shoes, and ready, suited and booted for the journey ahead of him. We are going to use our normal profile, but we are going to be starting without any sort of coaching badges. It is going to be very much our the bottom stuff possible. It's going to make it the most challenging that we can. It is going to be a pure road to glory career mode, and we're going to try and make it as realistic a story as possible. We will be looking for houses and that sort of thing. That's going to be part of episode 2, because right now we've got to get ourselves into the action. We've got our first match to think about. To be honest, I'm just in a Premier Inn at this point, and then we're going to find our first property. It's going to be a real role-playing journey. I cannot wait for it, so hopefully you guys will join me for the ride. Sunday League Footballer is the lowest you can go there. I would quite like it if they just put for Football Manager player or something like that in there. That would be a nice little Easter egg, but we're absolutely the worst of the worst. Definitely not a fitness expert, but I did used to be a goalkeeper back in the day. So let's go for shot stopping there. Good tactical. I think defending and attacking need that. I want to be able to motivate. I am a full-time teacher in real life, so I should really put the youngster knowledge on there. Player knowledge, we're going to go down to 1. Determination, adaptability, we're going to go down to 1 as well. People management is going to be high, and motivating is high as well. Bringing that teacher aspect into it. But here we are, bringing ourselves into the club. We are sat in the boardroom there. The Mariners, of course, South Shields, have today confirmed the appointment of Joe Hannard as the club's new manager. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football by the appointment of the inexperienced 25-year-old. Yes, I am 25. Yes, I've had a pretty hard paper round, and he is sure to, well, I'm 26 now, and he is sure to face plenty of questions when he faces the media for the first time at the First Cloud Arena. He replaces previous manager Julio Arca, club legend, North East legend, really, former Sunderland and Middlesbrough player as well. I would love to get him back in on the squad. This is our little bit of a summary screen. They want us to finish fourth in the league, or according to the media, that's where we should be finishing. Lee Picton, former manager, of course, joint manager with Graham Fenton. He's the director of football. Tommy Miller is the assistant manager, former Sunderland player. I think club was founded in 1888, and our fierce rivals are, of course, North Shields, who don't have anywhere near as nice beaches and places to go as South Shields, by the way. We've got a 4,000 capacity arena built in 1992. The First Cloud Arena. It's a pretty big stadium for where we're at, and that should take us all the way up to sort of League One standard. We might have to start thinking about bigger stadiums once we get towards the Premier League. I'll be really interested to see who will we ground share with. Will we go and share St James's Park with Newcastle? Will we go to the Stadium of Light? Will we go to the Riverside? Will we have to go further afield than that to be in the Premier League? We won the 7th tier for the only time in 2023. We were runners up twice. Of course, COVID year really hit South Shields as well. We would have went up that year, but unfortunately, with the season expunged, then we didn't get the promotion, and we've had to wait another 3 years until they're on Football Manager. Drats, but I'm really excited for this. I hope you can tell. As a club, we enjoyed our best spell in the 1920s, and last competition win was as recent as 2023. They were as high as the Championship back in the 1920s. So, we want to get back up there. We've got a transfer budget of 15,000. I am playing the real world version of the game, so that's all good, and a 15,900 wage budget. This is our best 11. Apparently, without a striker, a 4-1-2-2. Nobody there up top. I am playing this on the beta version, trying to get a bit of a head start before the game actually comes out. I haven't really come across any glitches, certainly not game-breaking ones. So I was happy to make a start with my main save. So here's some of the board culture. Sign high reputation players, develop players using the club's youth system, play entertaining football, sign players from domestic rivals. Interesting. Work within the wage budget, of course. They want us to reach the playoffs the first season. That's good. I was worried they wanted us to get promotion. I think we should get playoffs this year. Be competitive in the FA Cup, be competitive in the FA Trophy. We've only got a 1-year contract, so we've absolutely got to impress Jeff Thompson this season, the great Jeff Thompson, and get ourselves a bigger contract. We need to work towards becoming self-sustainable. I'd love to know what that means in terms of a Football Manager. They want us to do that really by the end of 2024 to 25. It's a project EFL, definitely. They want us to win promotion to the Vanarama National and remain in that until 2028, and then probably look to push on from there. I'd be pretty disappointed if I didn't get promoted to the EFL within 3 or 4 seasons. That might be famous last words, but I'm hoping by maybe 2028 we'll be in a position where we're comfortable in League 2. It's going to be a long one. I think, if I was to put an estimate on it, I'd maybe go sort of 2036 is when we're going to reach the Premier League. So 12 seasons-ish is when I would hazard a bet on now. Let me know down in the comments what you think is going to happen. So that's the club visions. Get the better of Morpeth if we happen to play them. They're happy that we've done that. We're not going to play an intra-squad friendly, and every month is going to be enough to speak to the staff. Okay, right. Let's save all of that then, and let's have a little look at our first team squad. Who is going to be our best player? Well, Miles Boney, who is of course the goalkeeper. We've had him before on the channel in Little South Shield series that I've had. Former Darlington player, former Blackpool player up in League One. He is a very, very good goalkeeper, and I think will do us very, very well until at least League Two, maybe even a little bit further as well. He's only 25 years old, so he is going to be a player we want to tie down to contracts that are going to last a little while. We've got Paul Blackett in there, 25-year-old English striker, 11 finishing, 11 first touch, 13 pace. Looks like he's going to be who we are building our forward line around. He did play for Spennymoor last year in the Vanarama North, scoring 12 goals in 28 appearances. We've got Tom Broadbent at centre-back. He looks pretty good, 31 years old. He used to play for Eastleigh after many, many years in the Football League. Has played as high as League One level for Bristol Rovers and Swindon. Again, a very solid centre-back to have at this sort of level. Will McGowan, unfortunately, will be joining Blythe on the 3rd of August, which is coming up sooner than you'd think, but he looks like a good player. Was at Blythe on loan last season. Sam Hodgson, he's going to be joining Morpeth on the 9th of August. Will Jenkins is going to be joining Morpeth then as well. And I think that's it for now. We've got Geordie Mongoy here on the right-hand side. He's transfer listed at the moment. Not really sure why. Don't know if that's a real life thing, but we are going to very much take him off the transfer. Oh, I don't want any of that. Yeah, we're going to take him off the transfer list, and he is going to be a big player for us, I think. 3.5 star ability, 4-star potential. Let's have a little look down into the development centre then. In terms of our under 18 squad, we do have a fair few players that are showing potential. Finn Neary, 18 years old. He's out on loan at Seaham this year. Bolden Colliery as well were his original club. Doesn't say anything about where he was born or anything like that, but 4.5-star ability. Lewis Lukeman as well, 4-star potential ability, looks okay. He's come through the youth system here. We've got Albie Fletcher as well, who again looks good. Harvey Smith, who is transferred, he's joined Chester Lee Street on the 31st of August, and then you've got Kyle Seymour there as well. Really, really looking forward to seeing what we can do in terms of our youth candidates, and obviously we're going to have to build around some youth players. Are we going to have a generational talent come through the youth system here at South Shields? Quick little look at the finance situation. We've got £110,000 in the bank, 15,900 wage budget. Our committed spend is 15,400. We have got a fair few signings coming in, so we do have to think about that in terms of, you know, people are coming in. Lirak Hassani, he looks pretty good. He's joining us on the 2nd of August. We've then got CJ Clark, we've got Jed Abbey and Aaron Martin. They're all coming in. Aaron Martin, 32 years old, good experience to have, has scored goals at a much higher level than what we are at the moment, which I think will be good. Transfer budget wise, 15,000, decent amount to have down at this level, and we are projected to lose a bit of money, so a cup run would be very much preferable. In terms of our facilities, let's have a little look at that. You can have a look at the rapid rise of South Shields over the years. Looking at our facilities, of course, we are a 4,000 capacity stadium with 1,250 seated. Anything else that we need to know? Adequate corporate facilities, adequate training, adequate youth. So it would be quite nice if we could increase that. Basic youth recruitment, average academy coaching. In terms of the staff, we've got a decent amount of staff here for this level. Tommy Miller, just want to double check he is the Tommy Miller I'm thinking of. Yes, did play for Sunderland back in 2005-06, probably more famously at Ipswich, Sheffield Wednesday. Did finish his career at the likes of Hartlepool and Halifax, so didn't retire that long ago. We've got David Lynch as our head of youth development. We've got Phil Naisbitt, who used to play for Sunderland apparently, as our goalkeeping coach. We've got Andy Morris as our physio, Elliot Dickman as our under-18s manager, Used to be a youth manager at Newcastle and Sunderland. And Blair Adams is a player coach at the moment. He's one of our best players, has been at South Shields for donkey's years now, and will be an important player at left back this season. Quick look at dynamics. The very, very good club atmosphere. They are not happy that I am now the manager. But one thing I do want to look at is if Julio Arca is going to be available to become our coach. I would absolutely love it. Damn it. Right, we can add him to the shortlist though, and we will keep an eye on him over the coming seasons. I would love to have him as our indefinitely. We want him on the shortlist. I also want Graham Fenton, but I think he's now the manager at Blythe. Yes, he is the manager at Blythe. So we'll come up a bit against Big Fence over the next couple of years. Did a great job at South Shields and obviously started this whole run. But our first game in the National League North is going to be against Alfreton. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do all of that football managery first day of the job stuff, and then we will play Alfreton. We'll also play Boston in this video. It's going to be a nice bumper episode to get us started. So I'll see you guys for the Alfreton game, unless anything else interesting happens. Okay, so I've made it to the start of the season where we will be taking on Alfreton Town. Just want to keep you in the loop about some of the things that we've been up to. We have put in a little trial offer for Yassin Bel Almani, former Newcastle United youngster, has been playing for plenty of the sort of VFL and sort of non-league clubs, but was playing for Arbroath in the Cinch Championship last year. We have had a little look at some of our scout reports. Of course, we are going to be trying to go by scout reports as much as possible, because it would just be impossible for me to know all of the players down at this level. Sam Packham, is one that I think will get away. He wants just a little bit too much in wages. He is 4-star current ability, 5-star potential League One player come the end of this save. It would be great if we could get him on board, but yeah, he's just not going to accept that. Oh, hang on a minute. What's happened here? Can I go into contract terms? No, I can't. I don't think. Not yet, anyway. So, oh no, he will. He will come in. And actually, these are lower terms than what he was asking for before. Now, I'd really rather not put appearance fees in there. So I think I'm going to remove and exclude that. Unused substitute as well. I just do not like that as a thing, and that puts him up to 1.4k. We will give him a clean sheet bonus, though, of £300. At least that's not a guaranteed one. Let's see how he feels about that. It comes down a little bit. Right, I'll keep negotiating and see where I get to here. Well, I've had to budge. I've put in an appearance fee for him. To be fair, it managed to get the wage that he was happy to take a little bit down. So essentially what we're paying him is 1.2k, which I would pay for Sam Packham. He looks like a really good player. So we've got him in for 11 months. We're going to finalise that deal. Hopefully we'll complete that signing. But we have been having a look at multiple players there. Obviously, you know, you need to really keep your eye on whether they'll be interested or not. It looks like some of the players aren't going to be interested, but it's just part and parcel of what we've got going here. Tactically, we are going for a 4-2-3-1 for the first time in Football Manager 2024. Don't think I've went with this sort of tactic yet. With the attacking midfielder in there. I have had 2 strikers up top, so it'll be interesting to see how this plays. We're going to be going for a fluid counter-attack with quite a cautious mentality. We don't want to be flying forward, but we do want to be trying to, when we've got the ball at the least, bomb forward and try and create chances. So we've gone with the wing back on attack. to try and bomb down this right-hand side. Inverted wing-back in Blair Adams so that he can sort of shift into this defensive midfield position as we're moving forward with the ball. We've got two defensive midfielders, a ball winner and a deep line playmaker. I'm actually going with two playmakers in the same side. Not something I would normally do, but I thought I would give it a go. Advanced playmaker in the middle lane, and inside forward and wingers, both on support behind an advanced forward. And actually, Boney does like being a sweeper keeper, so that's exactly what he's going to be. We'll try and play some attractive football. We'll try and score some goals. That's all looking good. In terms of set pieces, this is what we've gone for at the moment for attack. You can have a little peruse of that if you fancy. Hopefully we'll score some goals from set pieces. Just sort of followed the wizard. Maybe moved a couple of these around, our aerial threats, attacking the near post and far post, just to try and mix it up a little bit compared to what the default is, just to try and catch the AI out, really. That's what I'm looking forward to doing. So let's have a little look at the season preview. This will be the most up-to-date odds, and now we are expected to be 7th in the table. Obviously there's some cracking clubs down here, Scunthorpe being one of them. You've got the likes of Chester down here, who we've been manager of in the past. I think last year's journeyman we were in charge of Chester. I think it was last year. Curzon Ashton, obviously a lot of history for us. Blythe Spartans, Darlington. We have managed quite a few of these teams here. Boston United, of course, was a really fun part of our FM18 journeyman, but it all comes up to this. South Shields, this is who we are going to be playing in our very first match in charge of the team. We've got Miles Boney starting in goal. We've then got John Lefudu at right back. Looks pretty good. 28-year-old Congolese right back. And obviously we'll get to know all of these as we go through. Gary Little, 37-year-old English central defender. Hartlepool legend, you would say. Middlesbrough is where he started his career, but didn't ever play in the Premier League, but an EFL stalwart, really. Tom Broadbent, as we mentioned before, and Blair Adams there at left back, who is 31 years old these days. Martin Smith, 27-year-old defensive midfielder from England, started his career at Sunderland. I think we have had a look at this guy before. Michael Woods as well, 33-year-old. He started his career at Chelsea back in the sort of late noughties. Played a lot of matches at Hartlepool, which is good to have some nice local interest in there. Dylan Motley Henry, definitely somebody I'm looking forward to working with. 26 years old, and I think he will be probably our best player this year. Joined us last year from Bradford, PA, who were in this division. Scored a lot of goals last season, so looking forward to seeing how he gets on. Mackenzie Heaney is a 24-year-old English attacking midfielder. Started his career at Newcastle, but has been playing around and about in some of these leagues. Then Geordie Mongoy, who we talked about before. And Paul Blackett up top, who, of course, started his career at Newcastle United and has been at Gateshead, Spennymoor, Blythe, plenty of the North East clubs. So that is the team we are going for today. We'll meet some of the substitutes and all of that maybe a little bit later on. But we do have some squad numbers to give out. Number 15, and we'll give Aaron Martin number 16. I am just going to hand them out one by one. We are not worrying about all of that. But right, first team talk of the season, of the series. This is going to be exciting. We're favourites for a reason. Go out there and make sure. I think home form is important for us. So let's try and get them going at home early in this season. There they are then. South Shields fully licensed in Football Manager 2024, and here we are at the First Cloud Arena. I think that Tesco's just about over there somewhere. We've got the metro line just behind the stadium as well. It's all very exciting. Maybe in FM25 we might see all of that with the improved graphics. Who knows? And maybe we'll be taking this save into FM 2025. Here we go then, ready for our first match in charge. Really, really excited for this. Hopefully this will all go well. Let's get all of this sorted out before we continue. We need to move that up a little bit, move that up, and all of that looks good. Right, straight away, free kick in a dangerous area for, is it Martin Smith? Michael Smith? Can't remember his name. What am I doing? It's Smith with a shot. Oh, what a goal! Martin Smith. I knew it was Martin. What a goal that is. He is going to be an absolute hero if that is what he's doing after 5 minutes. Perfect start for South Shields. Brilliant thunderbolt of a goal into the top right corner there. That was absolutely fantastic. And it's now 1-0. Come on. Yes. Here's Adams. Gets it to Blackett. He whips it in towards Molly Henry. And it's 2-0 within 10 minutes. What a perfect start for South Shields. You can see the fans are absolutely jubilant in the grandstands. It is looking fantastic. What we got back there? We got some burger vans. They're not... They're burger... what would you call that? What do you call them things? They're not pagodas, are they? What are they called? Tent? Burger tents. That's what we're going to go for. I've got no idea what I'm trying to say in terms of what those things are called. And we'll have to maybe have a search at half-time. Here's Heaney. A chance to possibly make it 3-0 here. Heaney still going. Heaney into the middle. Oh, it was nearly... Oh, it's a penalty, Jeff. It is a penalty, Jeff. Right, who's this then? It's Martin Smith, who's just absolutely thunderbolted one into the top corner. Can he do it again? Yes, he can. Bottom left bin from Martin Smith. Second goal of the season, 22 minutes in, and it's South Shields 3, Alfreton Town 0. That is exactly what we needed. What a start that is. Massive momentum shift for us as well to be able to maybe even top the league after the first game. That is going to really settle the nerves with us and the players, and hopefully they'll start to buy into us a little bit more, because it's really, really important, the start of this season, because we're not starting with any coaching badges or experience. We're not going to get a second of leeway. We have to get off to a good start, otherwise the players are just going to leave us, and they're not going to particularly care whether I stay or go. So we need to make them care by making a positive start to this match. Here's Waldock into the middle. Need to keep our clean sheet. And I think Boney did get a save there. And, it was a lovely ball over the top. We looked all over the place defensively. But the main thing is we're still 3-0 up. We've still got our clean sheet intact. Here's Lund on the ball, and that's a loose ball. And here's Motley Henry now. Finds Blackett on the ball, and that was a poor pass. And, we'll have to think about that going forward. Here's Salmon. Oh, and it's gone in. Lewis Salmon has scored. It was a decent fist from Miles Boney, but couldn't keep it out of the net. And 3-1 now. And you would almost say Alfreton back in the game. 60 minutes gone. And here's Willis with the ball. What can he do with it? He boots it forward. Nope. Here's Salmon. Oh, it's not going to be another one. Oh my God, what a save that is from Boney, who's having a good game, but wow, that was a toe curler, wasn't it? Wow. Cantrell now with the cross into the middle. Can we head it away? I think Boney punched it. It's going to be a shot, and it's 3-2, sorry. Just one goal behind now, Alfreton. I think we're going to have to go defensive. What can we do to try and mitigate this? I think maybe bring boys back into it a little bit. We'll bring Robert Briggs into the middle of the park. We'll have two ball winning midfielders there. We'll put him on support. Put Adams on defend. That looks good, but well, there was another highlight straight away from the kickoff. Hopefully that's the end of it. Thank the Lord. Right, we have got 20 minutes that we have to hang on here. It was all coming up roses in the first 20 minutes with Martin Smith and Motley Henry scoring, but now we have to defend for our lives. Oh, we've got a corner here. This could be a sweet moment for a free kick. Little, it's Blackett. Now Adams. What's he going to do with it? Finds Smith, who shoots. Oh, nearly had his hat-trick on his Vanarama National League North debut. It might not be his Vanarama National League North debut in reality, but it is for South Shields. That is for certain. Right, Michael Woods is going to come off, and we are going to put on Jed Abbey there. No, actually, no, we're not. We're going to put Dylan Morse on, and we're going to move Dylan Morse back here. And we're going to have 5 at the back now. I'm going to stick Aaron Martin up top. And he is going to be a target forward on support. And we're just going to completely change the way we play for the final couple of minutes. Let's stay defensive. How much at a time? We got 6 minutes, is that? Or 5 minutes? I can't quite see in the corner from here. But yes, I think it is 5 minutes. 1 more minute of added time. And there it is, the full-time whistle, and a big sigh of relief goes around the First Cloud Arena as on our debut we have won 3-2. We've hung on for dear life there at the end. That shows me that we still need a few recruitments. We still need to implement our playing style. Ben Elmani does want to join us on trial, so we'll have a little look at him in a little bit. But Martin Smith, I'm sorry I forgot your name, but I hope you're not watching, Martin. But that was just a fantastic free kick. He's 11 free kick taken. He's got 4-star potential. We are going to struggle to hang on to him if he keeps playing like that. 2 goals in his opening match. So let's go and get ourselves away to Boston United and see how we get on. Well, this could be a spanner in the works because Packham has had offers from Notts County, York City, Bromley and Kings Lynn. That's going to be tough. We sold 1,000 season tickets though, so that's got to be a little bit of a bonus. So thanks, Jeff. And yeah, Packham has joined Notts County. That is a real shame. That could be one that got away. Okay, we're going to go for an unchanged lineup against Boston United here. The only change I have made is Tom Broadbent has become a central defender on defend rather than a no-nonsense centre-back. So we'll see how that goes. We have made an offer for Ben, whatever his face is, from Morocco. Former Newcastle youngster, but Northampton Town have made an offer for him. So I'm not hopeful that we'll get him. It's going to be like that for the very best players. We are going to be competing with, Vanarama National and League Two sides. So we need to make sure we get in early, try and get them in on trial, just to make them, in my opinion, a little bit more likely to sign. But, of course, we had the perfect start in the last match. Now, Boston, they very much didn't have the best start last time out. They are bottom of the league. They lost, presumably, 5-0 to Buxton in that first match. So we've got to take advantage of that. Boston, as much as we've got nostalgia with Boston, I'm hoping that we can put a few past them today and really, put our case forward for us being a team that can compete this season. Now then, can any of these guys... No, it doesn't look like anybody can play at right back, but it's non-league. Everybody can play everywhere. So we're going to put Dylan Morse on at right back. I think that makes sense. Put him on as a full back on defend. He is a central defender, so it's a more similar position for him than what other people might find. But that was a little bit sloppy, I think. Was that Dylan Morse? It was Morse at fault there. That is a real annoyance because he's just come on. And Sir Dylan Morse, as we called him in a previous series, with South Shields on an expanded database has just made a big error there, hasn't he? Oh, dear. Well, it's 1-0 Boston. You know, we've got to come to expect this. Certainly away from home, we are going to struggle. That was a bit of a shot from Martin Woods there, wasn't it? A little bit like Martin Smith in the first match. I mean, that was a thunderbolt of a free kick. How are we going to better that this season for goal of the season? Gregory gets it forward. It was a header by Mongoy, and now here's Blair Adams on the left-hand side. What can he do with it? What a cross that is towards Blackett, but couldn't do anything with that. Here's Woods, finds Mongoy now. Mongoy's still going, tries to cut inside with it, but didn't manage it. Now here's Ward, finds Mooney. Kelsey Mooney, what a player. Here's Mongoy. Long highlights usually end in goals, and Mongoy still going here. What can he do with it? Mongoy into the middle. It is cleared. Here's Blair Adams. He crosses it over to Motley, and Motley Henry scores. And it's 1-1, and that was just an awesome cross in by Blair Adams there. Scissor kicked it over there. And it was Mongoy that started it all. It was a lovely little cross in, header away. And then there's the scissor kick cross, nice and high for Motley Henry, who has put it into the back of the net. And that's his second goal of the season. And it's now Boston United 1, South Shields 1. Oof, good save by Boney, was it? No, flicked the crossbar on the way through. But we'd certainly take a draw away to Boston, but away form is going to be really, really key. If we want to get promoted, we're going to have to win games away from home. You would imagine that generally we'll win a lot of our home games. It is a big advantage in Football Manager, but away is where it's at in terms of, you know, we really need to make sure we're on it there. And it might well be that we, you know, try some different approaches, different styles of play. This is just the first one that we're going for in this series, and it, you know, we might find actually stripping away the instructions, allowing them to some creative freedom, might be the way forward. That does sometimes happen. We're going to put Luke James up top. A little bit of a different player up there, a little bit of pace, I think. 10 pace, that's not bad for this level. Mongoy's going to come off. We're going to put Jed Abbey on that left-hand side. And we're going to bring on Robert Briggs for Heaney. Oh, no, we're out. Oh, yeah, of course, because Dylan Morse had to come out. That's okay. That's fine. We have got a corner here that, the old substitute just before corner ended the highlight. That's annoying. Right, here's another set-piece looking thing with a throw-in. And here's Blair Adams finds Jed Abbey now, who's come on and scored. Potentially the winner. 15 minutes to go. And that is a lovely bit of football from Jed Abbey there, who's just danced around the defenders. He's put it into the back of the net. And that makes it Boston United 1, South Shields 2. Brilliant. 15 minutes to go now. And we're actually going to praise the boys to try and build their confidence a little bit. They are playing very, very well. And let's go defensive now. Let's try and hang on to these 3 points. This would be the perfect start. 6 points out of 6 if we can. But this could be last-minute drama. Ooh, I think it's going to be... Oh, what a save from Miles Bodie there. But who's this? Oh, the goalkeeper's coming up. The goalkeeper's in the box. Woods into the middle, headed away. And now Michael Woods tried to chase it, but that's full time. The final whistle has gone, and that is a brilliant 3 points to get on our away debut. And that's got to give us a massive boost going forward. That is brilliant. What a performance. What a performance. To come back from 1-0 down to win that match. We've got to be happy. We'll click through some of the press conference. I didn't mean to do that. But that is a perfect start, and that's exactly what we needed. We really did need that, folks, to get us off to a flyer here. And, well, there's only one match that I'm looking at for when we may well come back, and I'm thinking it's that Darlow match. Local derby, first local derby of the season. There's going to be plenty of them, because, of course, we have got Blythe Spartans in there. You know, Bishop Stortford, I believe, around about Durham way, I think, aren't they? Maybe not, actually. Is that, maybe that's not Bishop Stortford. I don't know. It's Spennymoor, of course. Yeah. So, and then of course some of the Captain Goodspeed famous teams of past and present. You know, Chorley in there. I think we managed Chorley, didn't we? Kersnashton, Chester, that's looking like a possible double header there. Blythe Spartans themselves. I mean, Darlington are a team we've managed in the past in our journeyman saves of yesteryear. But yeah, what a start to this series. Darlington and Banbury in the next episode then, and we'll try and get a couple more players on board, of course, and we have still got some players to join us. Harvey, is that Harvey Smith, or is he going? Oh no, maybe we don't have any more players. Possibly Yassin Bell El Mani, though he could be coming in. I'm sure he won't, and it'll be somebody else. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed that. As I said at the start of the video, 100 likes would be absolutely incredible for this first video. Let's give it a big injection and start as we mean to go on. This series will be out daily at 4 p.m. now. The Everton series will be moving to this slot at 7 p.m. UK time. Don't miss it. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. So subscribe for daily Football Manager videos, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.